हमारे प्रियालाल वृंदावन में
Our Priya Lal Ju are playing Holi in a Kunj on the pure banks of Yamuna Ji. The mood is filled with love and it's very festive. Our Ladli Ju, Shri Radha and Lal Ju are colored in the color of love. Understanding their desire, the Sakhis divide themselves into two groups. No one else is allowed entry here.
गोरी गोरी सखी जेती तीन माधी गोरी सांवरी सहेली भई सांवरे की ओरी.
The Sakhis, who have the same fair complexion as Priya Ju, the fair ones, come on the side of Priya Ju. And the dark Sakhis, who are very dear to Priya Ju, that is why they go on the other side, where Priya Ji can see them face to face on the side of Lal Ju, because what is most dear to Ladli Ju?
मेरे तन मन प्राण होते प्रीतम प्रिय.
That is why the dark Sakhis are even more dear to Priya Ju than the fair Sakhis, because they have the same complexion as Pritam, her beloved. That is why Priya Ju wears a blue cloth, holds a blue lotus, and Lal Ju wears a yellow cloth. Both are embodiment of the topmost love. The fair Sakhis take the side of the fair Priya Ju and dark ones on the side of Lal Ju.
गोरी गोरी सखी जेती तीनों माधी गोरी सांवरी सहेली भई सांवरे की ओरी.
The fair Sakhis surround Priya Ju, who is in their center, and dark Sakhis surround Lal Ju, the Ras Raj, the king of the love mellows. His beauty is such that it intoxicates even millions of cupids. This is how our Lal Ju's smile is. And the Sakhis, now they mix chandan, sandalwood, oud and kumkum, red turmeric with water to make watercolor, and fill huge clay plots which have been prepared there in advance.
चंदन अगर सत कुमकुम को नीरा सुरंग सुगंध बहु भातिन अबीरा.
Huge pots are filled with color, and trays, beautiful trays, have been filled with abir, gulal, colored powder. They're all holding.
भाजन विविध रंग भरी भरी लीने छिर के घातिन तकी रस में प्रवीणे.
Shri Priya Ju and Lal Ju are the most expert relishers of the love mellows.
दो कर तारिन पटकत लटकत इत उत जात हो होरी बोलत अति आनंद कुल का.
They both clap their hands and say, "Ho ho hori hai, let's celebrate Holi. It's holy. This is our bride and groom, the crown jewels of the Rasiks, the divine couple." They are cheering, "Ho ho hori," and are in bliss, clapping their hands. They're both dancing and clapping their hands. They're both expert players.
और बड़े ही खिलाड़ी हैं. ये पिचकारिन छिरकत तकी तकी कुमकुम पूरी.
Lal Ju shoots his pichkari, his water gun, at Priya Ju, and it colors her exactly as he desires, where he desires. Priya Ju is firing her water gun with her hands and also with her eyes. The color of the water gun does not faze Lal Ju, but because of the shots from the eyes, Lal Ju is losing energy and becoming helpless because of love.
प्रेम विवश हो रहे हैं. सुरंगित भय सोहे अंगनी की चीरा रंगनी की बूंदे परी सुभग शरीरा.
He is very clever. The color falls exactly as he wants. Whichever color, wherever he wants. As if someone is painting by their hands. This is how Priya Ju's color looks on Lal Ju and Lal Ju's color looks on Priya Ju. And both their bodily parts are getting colored. And their clothes. And when Priya Lal Ju are playing like this, the Sakhis, who are expert singers, they start singing.
हुड़क गजक बीना मृदंग सुर बाजे.
The instruments that the Sakhis of Priya Ju are playing are not material. They are eternal. Every instrument, dholak, mridang, majir, duff, they are not material. And in the Kunj, the special thing, no raga, no melody is reused. They're ever new. And no material ragas and raganis, the masculine and feminine musical notes, are not granted entered here. Every moment, every new spiritual ragas and raganis are played. The one that have been played once are never played again, and they can never be played in material creation. This is how the centuries are playing.
ताल मृदंग उपंग बजावत प्रफुल्लित होए सखी सारी बीन बेणु नूपुर धुन ठुमकत खग मृग दशा बिसारी.
The water guns are shooting colors and beautiful instruments are playing. The entire family, Jugal Sarkar, the divine couple and the Secharis are enthused and dancing. This music provides Premanand, the bliss of love. This is how the Sakhis are playing musical instruments, that not just the Jivas, but the Lord's heart is overwhelmed with waves of bliss. Such entertainment. They are dancing and the divine couple is in bliss. Beauty embodied is our Priya Lal Ju, and as her beauty is never seen again, similarly the rags and ragnis are never heard again. They're ever new. That is why when they say, who compares to Priya Ju, they say only Priya Ju herself. Swami Hridaydas Ji says,
पाछे न होती अबहू हूँ आगे हूँ न हुए है ये गति अद्भुत रूप की और है.
There has no one been like her in the past, there is no one in the present, and there will never be anyone in the future. There is no one in Brahma's creation whose beauty is ever increasing, more and more and more. And this is how the beauty of Vrindavan is. The sight that you see once in the Kunj, it will have a different beauty at second glance. That is why one who attains this ras, this love mellow, never desires anything else. Or na kachu suhai tinko jugal seva sukh pagi. There is no difference between day and night. In our Ashtayam Seva, the daily 24-hour service, we mention day and night. But there, they look at each other and many ages, many kalpas pass. In every Leela, kalpas, ages pass and nobody realizes how much time is passing. Nishidor sajanat nahi sajni ek ras bhinchi rahe.
Tu hudak gajak bina mridang swar saje kinkini nupur dhvani ek swar baje.
Various instruments like veena, hurak, mridang, duff are playing together in rhythm with the same beat, and this is how everyone is dancing. Everyone's anklet belts, waist belts, bangles are all in the same rhythm.
Nirtat sudhang ang nij nyari nyari gori o sanvari sakhi badi badiwari.
Their gestures are very elegant. First, the dark Sakhis on the side of Lal Ju show their skill, and then the fair Sakhis outperform them, and then the dark Sakhis outperform them, and then the fair Sakhis, and then the fair Sakhis again surpass them.
Nij nyari nyari gori o sanvari sakhi badi badi bari.
When the fair Sakhis danced in tandem, and they did alap, they modulated their voices high. Priya Ju said, Vah, 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 wow. And when the dog Sakhi sing, then Lal Ju says, Vah, Vah, wow.
संगीत बजरा सरस अलग लाग लेती नीरधारी.
One modulates their voice so high that Priya and Pritam, Radha and Krishna, are in Anand bliss. One dances so fast that you cannot even see the movement of their feet, and when they touch the earth,
हस्तलाघव चरण का ऐसा नृत्य कि कब वो पृथ्वी पे पड़ता है, ऐसा नृत्य. वाह वाह. जीती जे है प्यारी तन सखी श्याम हारी.
but while singing and dancing, the beautiful emotions and skills presented by the fair Sakhis make them the winners. The Sakhis who are on the side of Priya Ju, the Sakhis on the side of Lal Ju, and Lal Ju did not even get a chance to see what was going on. The fair Sakhis threw so much color in the air.
उड़्यो है गुलाल बहु रहो नभ छाई. छल सो चतुर सखी लाले गहिलाई.
There was so much gulal color in the air. It was as if the entire environment has turned colorful and no one can see anything. And when the colored powder settles a little bit, the dark Sakhi saw that Lal Ju, who was on their side, has disappeared. And when they look carefully, they see that he is in the midst of the fair Sakhis who have caught him and are surrounding him.
छल सो चतुर सखी लाले गहिलाई.
Now, when the king is subjugated, the army has to bow down their heads. So the dark Sakhi smiled, and it is as if they accepted the dominion of the fair Sakhis. The Sakhis tell Lal Ju that Priya Ju is winning, so you will have to bow down your head. This is not a big deal for him. He is such a generous lover that if somebody loves him even a little bit, he does not shy away from massaging their feet. The Lord, whose footstool is worshipped by Brahma, Shiva, etc., and he becomes a charioteer for Arjuna. When you see his nature and his glory, you will not like anything but his bhajan. Our great Lord becomes a dwarf, Vaman Dev, to beg for alms from Bali Maharaj. The proprietor of the three worlds becomes a servant in the house of Trilochan as Antaryami. It is very difficult to understand him.
प्रीति की रीति रंगील हुई जाने, यद्यपि सकल लोक चूड़ामणि दीनपन पो मांगे. आगे आनी ठाढ़े कीने रहे ग्रीवनाई. देखत लड़ेती ऐसी भांति मुस्काई.
The Sakhis lining him up, and his head is bowing down, and they said, Our mistress, who is dearer to us than our life, our Priya Ju, from our side is the winner. Bow down before her. Your side has lost. Lal Ju bowed down. And he wins even by losing. How? One time, the divine couple were playing a dice game. When Lal Ju is about to throw the dice, Priya Ju looks him directly in the eyes. Her large eyes filled with love. He forgets how to throw the dice and loses in every round. But he is the most clever. When he lost his ornaments, his flute and his top cloth, and was asked, What will you bet now for the last round? He is an expert and thought, I am only going to win. He said, for the last round, Priya Ju, whoever loses, he will be embraced by the winner. The winner will embrace him. Whoever loses will bow down their heads and the winner will get to embrace them. The Sakhis thought he is the most clever. What one should obtain by winning, he's getting by losing. Therefore, his loss is also win and win is also a win.
रसिया को नारी बनाओ रे रसिया को.
Shriji ordered, dress him up like a bride. Rasya ko nari banauri.
तो बंसी पीत पट छीनी चुनरी उड़ाई.
And he is such an expert that whatever role he plays, he does it perfectly. When he became a pig as Varah had such a beauty like an effulgent blue cloud that would attract anyone. As Matsya, fish, as Korma, tortoise, as Nrsingadev, whatever role he does, he plays it just perfectly. And if he becomes a Sakhi, he plays that part perfectly too. Ladli Ju, Shri Radha, gets enchanted by him. He becomes such a beautiful Sakhi. How can one imagine this? He's holding his veil like this with his fingers. His neck is tilted a little bit. He has big dark eyes. There is a bindi, a red dot on his forehead. He is wearing a nose ring, and the air from the nose is vibrating it gently. The pearl is moving. His lips have been painted red, and his cheeks have such a dark beauty that Kishori Ju's eyes just slip off them. And when he smiles and looks at Priya Ju, like this, millions of cupids become his slaves. This is his beauty. And when our Ladli Ju becomes a prince, a Rajkumar, what to say? Ladli Ju was dressed up as Lal Ju, and Lal Ju was dressed up as Priya Ju.
बंसी पीत पट छीनी चुनरी ओढ़ाई नैननी अंजन दियो नथ पहराई.
And the Sakhis and the divine couple are enchanted. This form is an embodiment of the mellow of true love, Prem Ras. People might not even get interested in this. But if we talk about their leelas or pastimes of Radha Krishna playing Holi with the Sakhas, people would be attracted to that because that's what he did when he descended in his avatar form. And people may be able to catch the certain parts of this pastime. This is an amazing mellow of love. The divine couple was seated in the form of bride and groom, but this time the groom was fair and the bride was dark. Then the Sakhis perform arti for both of them.
कैसे मिले? हित ध्रुव अंक भरी लीने है किशोरी हित शो अधर रस देती मुख जोरी.
And the Sakhis are looking at this beautiful form and they give Ashish, their Ashish. The Sakhis bless the divine couple.
देत आशीष निरख जुवती जन जिनके प्रीति न थोरी जैसे हरिवंश विपिन भूतल पर संत तभी चल चूरी.
The Sakhis bless, O divine couple, keep spreading this color of love day and night. We pray for all the obstacles to be removed for you. So let's always count our blessings that Shriji has allowed us to come to Vrindavan. She has allowed us to take the shelter of Vrindavan. We can hear its name, its glory. This blessing will bestow the mercy on us to get this Prem Ras, the mellow of love.